My name is Nassim Saps.
Let me ask you a question. Has anything ever happened to you that you couldn't explain? That made you feel sort of foolish when you tried to tell somebody about it? Well, if it has, you have plenty of company, as you'll soon see.
Still the King is the story of Vernon Vernon. He's a one-hit wonder country star whose life in the fast lane led to his undoing.
So he's not a bad guy, he just doesn't think about his actions affecting other people very much. And it's all come crashing down around him now. He has to become accountable for what he's done.
And they were hookers? In my defense, I was under the influence of a ton of drugs and alcohol at the time.
Attaboy. My relationship with Vernon is I'm his parole officer, but I'm also trying to be his friend.
You owe 1,000 hours of community service in that church you wrecked.
1,000 hours? No way.
You also better get a job with all the child support you owe.
Say what?
You owe a ton of it.
Charlotte's dad.
Let me make something crystal glass clear, Napoleon. I'm King Dad around these parts. Ronnie's a powerful character. He's kind of timeless. He's the everyman, but he's an American, and he can do and he can survive.
My character's relationship with Vernon is a little strange. Well, at first, because at first she's trying to get to know her father, and she thinks her father completely abandoned her.
We could just talk.
Vernon comes to the church and realizes he can bamboozle the congregation into believing he's a minister in order to take money from the parishioners and pay his child support.
I need you to go back to that church I damaged and do my community service so I don't get found out of being a fake preacher and have to go back to jail.
Got it. So Wald is basically Vernon's patsy, ends up becoming his friend.
Looking at where we've been, where we're at now, and where we're going, it's just a really exciting time, and I'm really proud of all of our actors. We put together just the right people. Everything just happened like it was meant to be.
The hit comedy on CMT starring the one and only Billy Ray Cyrus is getting ready to air its season finale. The good news is the show has already been given the green light for season 2 and will be out next year. Here to tell us more about the show and his new album coming out is Mr. Billy Ray Cyrus himself. Good morning.
Good morning, it's great to be with you.
A huge fan of yours, one of the very first country artists that I fell in love with, Billy Ray, and life seems pretty good for you right now. It seems like you're having a lot of fun. How much fun is this show being a part of this and creating this?
I'm having a blast. You know, our mantra is no rules, no limits, no preconceived notions. If it's funny, and you can entertain people, then you can probably do it. And, you know, it's just incredible. We got a great cast, great writers, and our partners with CMT. We couldn't ask for anything more. This is one of the funnest things I've ever got to be a part of.
How much are you involved with this? How much of the storylines, how much of, you know, do you have a say in what gets put in the show?
You know, I'm a creative guy. You know, I like to think of the creative part. You know, that's kind of what I do. As far as that goes, you know, some of the storylines, some of the different aspects of things, I got a little voice in there. Quite frankly, there again, I'm surrounded by a great team, and I leave it up to most times like people that's a lot smarter than me and people that are professionally do what they do. I let them do it.
Well, who's the big Elvis fan on your team? Who's the big Elvis fan on your team? Because he keeps popping up.
Well, I think we're all Elvis fans. I think everybody has a little bit of Elvis in them, even if they don't know it. And if you ever doubt that, put on an Elvis costume and go out in public, and you'll find yourself, you start acting like Elvis, whether you want to or not. It's fun to be Elvis. And, you know, when you become Elvis, and it makes you feel a little bit crazy even to put on the suit and do that. And again, it just kind of takes the cuffs off. You know, the sky's the limit when you're dressed like Elvis.
Yeah, well, and people are loving, again, congratulations on season 2. That's already been given the green light as well. You also have an album coming out. Tell us what we can expect about what kind of music you're going to be putting out.
Well, this first single and the album title track, it's called Thin Line. We made the video for it yesterday, and Thin Line actually was spawned out of Still the King. Someone had asked me to describe the show in one sentence, and I said, well, it's a thin line between Elvis and Jesus. And boom, the song came to me. I wrote it that day and found out, you know, realizing that there is a thin line for all of us in everything.
I would say so. I think so. How do you think, I wanted to chat with you about country music today, and of course you've been around for quite some time, not to age you there, but what do you think about today's country music and how you're going to fit into this now with this new album? And I don't know, where do you see the future of country music going to?
You know, country music's in a great spot right now. There's a lot of really, really talented artists out there, a lot of great singers and songwriters, and being diverse enough to expand the audience, that's a good thing. You know, for me, I just feel like I'm in a sweet spot. Regardless of what happens, I'm doing what I do because I love it, not because I have to. I love making music. I'm a singer, songwriter, and that's what I do. And I couldn't stop writing songs if I wanted to. That's my channel of my emotions. Luckily, again, in a sweet spot where my character on Still the King, he uses the music that I make, and the music that I make fits Still the King. And I started this album as a tribute to my heroes, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash.
Now, anything that you see on these screens behind me, I would suggest you not try without adult supervision. Creation shows me what to do. I'm dancing on the floor with you, and when you touch my hand, I go crazy, yeah. The music tells me what to feel like you now, but is it real? By the time we say goodnight, I'll know if this is right, yeah. And I feel you pumping through my veins. Am I into you, or is the music to blame? Yeah, who owns my heart? Is it love or is it love in the dark? Who owns my heart? Come on, baby, keep provoking me. Don't stop roving me like a Mario. Pull me close. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah.
Thank you all so much. It's so amazing to be with you tonight and say a few words about my father and your nominee for president. Please excuse me if I'm a little nervous. When I graduated college a couple of months ago, I never expected to be here tonight addressing the nation. I've given a few speeches in front of classrooms of students, but never in an arena with more than 10 million people watching.
Twitter is losing all cool comparing Tiffany Trump to Miley Cyrus, and you can't miss this. Everyone's favorite television pop star is being brought back to life in the form of Tiffany Trump. Tiffany Trump tried to get voters to see her father in a new light, but all Twitter saw was a Miley Cyrus look-alike. Many viewers who watched Tuesday night's Republican National Convention may have missed the point of her message because they were simply too distracted by her uncanny resemblance to Miley Cyrus. You?
First, I would like to thank, of course, all of my fans, my smilers, for making this happen, and Terry Richardson for putting this together.
Too good, too good. While Tiffany was trying to do her thing up on stage, not many could actually hear what she was saying because they were too busy taking to Twitter about her being Miley Cyrus 2.0. Some of our favorite tweets include Sharon Needles, who tweeted, "Tiffany Trump talks like a bad Miley Cyrus impersonation," while Thornton McHenry added, "Tiffany Trump is my favorite Miley Cyrus character." Ryan Beckwith tweeted, "For some reason, Tiffany Trump is making me think of SNL's The Miley Cyrus Show." Snorky-tastic really went for it, saying Tiffany Trump equals Miley Cyrus in Kylie Jenner extensions. And Karen even confused the two, writing, "I know so little about Tiffany Trump, I thought that it was Miley Cyrus."
Now, anything that you see on these screens behind me, I would suggest you not try without adult supervision. Creation sure